Hi, I'm Coach Clemens, and welcome to another edition of Tips for a Perfect Season. Today I want to talk about physical fitness and the important role it plays in the lives of our kids. You know, the statistics on childhood obesity in this country are alarming. Almost 1 in 5 kids in this country are considered obese. Not just overweight, they're considered obese. 1 in 5 kids, almost 20% of kids in this country. That's alarming. Now, as adults, we have the opportunity, in fact, I think it's a responsibility, to help them to start to develop some better habits around physical fitness. So every practice ought to incorporate some element of physical conditioning. Now, whether that's having the kids get out and run 2 or 3 laps around the field to start practice, or at some point having them run foul line to foul line, or incorporating some sprints, that's certainly fine. But there are also other ways to incorporate some physical activity into the drills that you might normally run anyway. Base running is a great example. Having the kids start at home plate and run for a double. You can have them work on rounding first base correctly, getting a good turn there, taking a good angle into second base. You can have the kids start at first base, work on getting a good lead off, and running all the way to third on a base hit. You can also incorporate a lot of situational work. Have 2 or 3 kids, maybe 3 or 4 kids sitting out and do defensive situations with everybody else. So those kids are actually base runners out there to simulate what's going on in a game. Those kids are running from first to second, they're running from home to first, they're running from first to third. They're getting a lot of physical activity. Rotate them through so that no kid is tripping over his tongue from being too tired. But you'll get a lot of red faces, and you'll start to build a little bit of realization from the kids that, my gosh, I'm really struggling running all the way from first to third, or hitting a triple is a difficult thing. What if I had to do that in a game? Maybe I need to be in a little bit better physical condition. I think the other opportunity we have as coaches is role model physical fitness a little bit. Now, that doesn't mean we all have to slim down to our high school weights, but it does give us the opportunity to work on our midlife midsection here a little bit and model some of the behavior that we're talking about. So if we ask the kids to go out and run 2 or 3 laps around the field before practice, not every practice, but some of the practices, we get out there and run with them. Not only is that modeling the behavior that we're asking for, but it also provides a good opportunity to bond with kids. Sometimes you hear things, they get into some of their conversations that as they're out there in the small groups as they start to trail out a little bit running around the field. Gives you an opportunity to interact with them in a little bit different way and bond with them in a way that really helps you as a coach. So again, the statistics on childhood obesity really are alarming. We have the opportunity and the responsibility as adults to set expectations and start talking about the routines and the behavior that are necessary for good physical fitness. Thanks for tuning in to this edition of Tips for a Perfect Season, and until next time, here's to your own perfect season.